Hey friends, it's been about a week, hasn't it, since I've said hello? Hello, cheers. Doing the same as usual over here. So, what's going on is that this weekend was a busy weekend with gigging and writing and DJing. And so, since I don't really have any new records to show you, what I can do is I haven't put the records away from what I took to spin at the gig last night. Visual artist Derek Adams from Brooklyn is just finishing up a residency here in Omaha. He had this thing called Crossroads installation, very interesting, which I participated in. And it involved music and DJing. So to wrap it up last night, we had this big party, and he had like 4 DJs and 2 setups. I played the atmosphere room. I didn't play the main room. I would have liked to have played the main room, but I was asked to play, and so I did the atmosphere room. So I haven't put my records yet away that I took in my amoeba bag from my one trip, well, actually a couple trips to Amoeba on the West Coast. So, what the heck? Let me show you what's in the bag. Yeah, like they do with Amoeba Records. What's in my bag? And I'll tell you what I played and what I didn't. It was fun because my job was not to get a room dancing. My room was just for atmosphere. It got to a point in the night where the main room was so loud you couldn't even hear what I was playing, so I went ahead and stopped. No problem, though. But something I played, which caught one of the other DJ's attention as he was waiting to do his turn, was this. Super Blue. This is a 12-inch electronic single, early 2000s. I just took a chance on this because I liked the graphic when I found it. It's really kicking. This is killer. Like I said, one of the other DJs come over and is trying to see what I'm playing. You know you got it when that happens. This is cool. This went down well. Okay. I actually played this, Brigitte Fontaine, with the Art Ensemble of Chicago, Come a la Radio. And, the whole idea for me as the DJ last night was to provide an atmosphere, a setting for people to hang out and talk in because it's in the background. And that was tight. This went down really well, but it didn't stay in the background. Some dancers came in, these break dancers came in and started doing their stuff to this album, Curtis Mayfield, Back to the World. I played Future Shock from this. This is the Stone Jam, as you know. So that was fun, and I taped some of the dancers going nuts on this. Here's another one where this couple they didn't care. Nobody else danced. I played Fool's Gold, and this couple danced the whole 10 minutes. And it was great. I was rocking with him. It's a great rhythm on this, gold vinyl. Speaking of, I heard the new Stone Roses song. There's got to be better coming. This first song, in my opinion, was a calculated move trying to... This is just my opinion. I think that the first song was a too calculated, unrisky move on the record company and the band's part. There are these little elements of the past and certain things that they're thinking are going to do this and that. And I just think it's a crap song. I know the Stone Roses can write some good music, so there's got to be something good coming. If we got a new record, that can't be the best on it. Can't be. That's just my opinion. This is a so-so song. Unlike the Monkees, who have a new album, which I heard some of. If I had the scratch to lay down, I'd buy the new Monkees album. They sound good. That new Monkees material sounds good. Okay, what else do I got here? Of course, I got to play some Kraftwerk. I played the Hot Chip remix version side. and this always goes down. I love it when as a DJ, you're just doing a job, and you're doing a job well enough that people keep coming and asking you, what are you playing? What are you playing? And that just kept happening. I love it. I even played This Heat. There was a time when when the room was starting to lose its ability to have its own space because the main room down the hall in the Bemis was so loud now and jamming. It was a great party, so I'm not complaining. They had that dance room was off the chain last night. So I played some This Heat and just cranked it. And it worked. It worked. What do I mean by it worked? People got into it. The people that were hanging in the room, looking, talking, looking, thumbs up, nodding. Yeah, fun. Played some of Gail Gotti by Boards of Canada. This was just right last night. Fela. I played Dog Eat Dog off of this. Fela. It's just that movement. It's like a river. Once the rhythm gets going, it's like it just goes. And this was great. I'm trying to see, was it? Yep, Tony Allen on drums. Who else? Just killer. Fela. It was cool. He didn't catch it, but I played Icky Blossoms. Living in Fiction is a good song, and I've heard this a few times now. Just off the cuff, just like in a club or just somehow I've heard it, and it's like, this is really good. This is a really good pop record. It's not like overkill or over great, but it's a dedicated financial promotional dedication to this album could have put it in the charts. I say this is good. My friend Icky Blossom. And then Derek from the band comes to the event, but he just happens to be out of the room when I play this. But when I see him later, I show him, hey man, I played you guys. That's so fun. The Meters, Sissy Strut. I played Sissy Strut off of this. Once again, you just gets that head bobbing. Bowie. Doesn't it make sense? I'm going to play some Bowie. And what did I play? I played Boys Keep Swinging. Man, I love that song, Boys Keep Swinging. Who else did I play? Of course I played those guys. I played Bowie and Prince, of course. So I played It's a Beautiful Night off of here. And it did what I thought it would do. The room filled up when this started to play. My room got pretty jam-packed when I played this. It was a beautiful night. And I'm going to go on record saying this. It's just a thought. I don't know anything. It's just a thought. But as time goes on and the weirdness of Prince's death just continues to evolve, we'll never get to the bottom of it. And it just makes me wonder what's the whole story here. Not that I even need to know. But with somebody like him, with all that money and all that power, and also so outspoken an individual, not a corporate player, can't help but wonder sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It's still strange that Prince is dead. There's something right about that, people. Not to me. Maybe I'm just nuts, but I'm just keep saying it until I stop feeling it. But I'm still feeling it. Something ain't right about Prince dying already. Something ain't right about that. I started my set last night with this. More Than This by Roxy Music, And I'm going to just have fun with this while telling you this because I know what I'm doing, which is the way to get any kind of audience is to get the women. Get the women and you got it. This is all I needed to get the women. Yes, indeed. I didn't play this, but I took this to play. We Love You the DNA remix of Ryuichi Sakamoto's version of the Rolling Stones song "We Love You," which I quite like. Very groovy, but I didn't get to this. I also didn't play this, but I took it. Harmonia. Yeah. I was ready to play it a few times, but as a DJ, I don't know about other DJs, but I think this is universal that you may have a program in mind to play, but you have the best DJs feed off the audience and the energy in the room, which is what I do, so that one didn't get played. This didn't get played either, although I thought I would play it. Future days, never got around to it. So if you happen to see this, James Drummond, because you gave this to me, I played this, and this went down. Ipman, Depatterning. This is another one where the breakdancers went nuts and started dancing and videotaping each other while the Ip Man played. This went down well. Hard electronic, I love it. So thank you, James, for sending that to me. Okay, I'm just looking here now because I have two bags. Okay. Ross, what did I play up here? Crazy Bald Head. Bob Marley. Bob Marley. So you got to say Bob Marley, okay? Okay, so I didn't play those. I took two bags. It's another record store day bag. And the other stuff that I got to must be in here. Unashamedly, I played some Flyover because it really works well for this, atmospheric electronic music with a fat ass beat. This worked well. I played this as well. Another, I don't even really know who the artist is. Expansio meets Paper Lonesome Cowboy. It's a 12-inch that I took a chance on years ago on the Okata label. And this was what they call a banger. This was banging last night. Just banging. Played this, Judge, Jury, and Executioner by Atoms for Peace. Just like hearing all that bass in that big system. So I enjoyed this quite a bit. I think that's about it. I took other records to play. I took quiet records with the idea that possibly I might be doing some atmosphere. That there would be some quiet time for talking, but there wasn't. So what I had in mind was, if that was going to be the situation, I would start the evening with this, Propaganda, A Wish. That's what I could hear it in my mind. A Secret Wish is the name of the album. I always think of my road manager from Europe, Ollie, when I went on tour at Sun Ambulance, because he played this several times while we were touring in the van, because it was just perfect. Calm down music, calm down and expensive and elegant. That's the word, elegant. I even wanted to, speaking of that, I wanted to play some Baden Powell, canto on guitar. In my mind, I could just see a time when this could go well with people drinking and talking about art, but it was too loud, so it didn't happen. I took this and didn't get a chance to play it, but in case Martin Kennedy, those guys, if you happen to be watching, still, I like this album, All India Radio, and intended to play it last night. I didn't get to it, but I like this album. I see some folks in the VC have bought a copy. I don't know if they bought it because of seeing my review, but I'm happy to see this cover, this album in other people's possession. Good record. Took some Scott Walker and some Stereolab, which I didn't get to, but these were things that I thought might work for that atmosphere room. Okay, I'll show you two more, and then I'll keep this short. I took Sun Ambulance. Sun Ambulance is getting ready to play another show. We haven't played in a few months, but I'm really proud to be on this album. Joe, who is behind the conch shell mask there, is kind of a cracked genius. He really is. We just rehearsed, and his songwriting blows me away. It's very progressive, actually. but I didn't get to this. It was too loud. And also I wanted to play this. Joe Farrell, Song of the Wind. This would have been fantastic if had it been suitable volume-wise. Only other thing that I have to show is I visited Jesse yesterday at his record store, Vinyl Therapy. We're just talking, and there was nothing that I really wanted to buy, but he gave this to me because it's got a heat warp. But David Porter, Isaac Hayes and David Porter, they were the duo that wrote so many amazing songs for Stax back in the day. And he put out 3 or 4 solo albums that are really, really good. His version of what Isaac Hayes was doing. So like he does Hang On Sloopy by the McCoys on here, does an 11-minute version of it with a rap and everything, kind of like Isaac Hayes. But there's a heat warp on here, so it does skip. That's why Jesse gave it to me. One side is fine, the other side has a skip. So no, you can't sell that, but I'm glad to have it. I can play one side. Last thing I'll show is again, Azure. I was listening to this. Orinda is a good friend of mine. We were hanging out this weekend, and I told her, I listen to your music, Orinda. Do you ever stop and think about that somewhere in the world somebody might be listening to my music? She was funny because she said very honestly, I'm the opposite. I'm probably thinking, no one's listening to my music. I just had a nice laugh up of that. I told her, I love your music. I really do. One more thing I'll show you. Yesterday I played all this in the morning just for inspiration. Popol Vuh in den Garten Pharos. Spiritual, psychedelic, German cosmic music of the highest order. Popol Vuh. So I'll keep it like that. Right now I just feel like, this is the thought that I've been having. First off, that I feel very blessed, even though I have a million problems. I really have a lot of problems, don't we all? But the problems are so many and so insurmountable, it's like all you can do is just pick at them because life is so out of balance. Life in the Western society is so out of balance. The idea that, we're going to keep it together or get it together, is a fallacy for many people. So many people are struggling just to keep a roof over their heads and keep gas in the car and make it to work, but also fronting like everyone's still acting like they're doing okay, but many of us are struggling. I always include me. Many of us, and so I almost feel like the only thing I can do is to say, well, just fuck this shit and just goddamn, because the insanity of the political scenario and the way that it's playing out in the world, this global madness, it's just an insane world. And the more that this is the thing I keep thinking, the more I want us to come together, the more we keep falling apart. That's what I see. So I just put my head down, do what's in front of me, give thanks, enjoy the people around me, because might is right. It's not right, but that is, when we were kids, when I was a kid, I was taught that might is not right. Although you would hear, might is right. Well, turns out it is, The mighty get what they want and they're ruling. And if you don't have the power, then you don't get much done. So that's what I got to say about that. So thank God for music and art.